You are welcome to this edition of SMA International News for the month of December. In this edition, we have stories from France, where the Carrefour de Culture Africaine celebrates the 80th anniversary of the commemoration of the massacre of African soldiers in Chasselet. Next, we go to Benin Republic to visit the parish of Our Lady of Lourdes of Borgo. And in Canada, we experience the pastoral reality of Father Ben-Marie Ubi. We begin in France, where on Saturday, November 19th, the Carrefour de Culture Africaine organized a day of remembrance in memory of the massacre of African soldiers in Chasselet, France. This year is the 80th anniversary of this very sad event.
On June 19, 1940, more than 100 people were massacred in Chasselet in France. These people were soldiers from different African cultures who came to support France during World War II. First, they were subject to a manhunt before some were shot and others were burned alive. It is the sacrifice of these men that Francois wanted to honour on November 8, 1942 by organising a day of remembrance of them, a tradition which is now 80 years old. To mark the 80th anniversary, the CCA, Carrefour de Culture Africaine, an SMA institution based in Lyon, organised a day of remembrance and guided tours to keep the memory of these veterans alive.
On November the 8th, 1942, Francis Opie came here with Maclany and the entire population of Chasselet to pay tribute to the Senegalese troops who died for freedom, equality, and fraternity for France. And since then, this day has become a tradition, which Opie initiated by bringing confrères to each celebration before his death in 1945. Thus, the presence of SMA confrères has always been part of this tradition. It is in this spirit that on November the 11th of each year, we come to pray here with the imams and also with the political authorities who make speeches to commemorate this great event. This year, being the 80th anniversary of the erection and opening of this monument, called the National Necropolis of Chasselet, we found that it was important to mark this event, which was also important for OPE in the recognition of the bravery and courage of these Senegalese troops. This is also part of the work of Carrefour de Culture Africaine. As I said, it is also in connection with the history of the African missions, since OPE is part of the African missions and CCA is created by the African missions. It is therefore an event that always remains significant for the SMA and for the Carrefour de Culture Africaine.
Alongside this commemorative day, various other programs and remembrances are planned by the Carrefour de Culture Africaine.
Now to the Benin Republic, where we visit the parish of Our Lady of Lourdes in Borgo in the Diocese of Djougou.
I work at the parish of Our Lady of Lourdes, which is in Bougou, in the Diocese of Djougou. The parish has 40 communities. There are people of various languages, of which we have Kabylie, Nakwa, Fulani, Detamari, Nagu. There are even English speakers who are in the region. Apart from that, in the main parish, we have started the project of a fence. And by the grace of God, we will start a project of a Marian grotto. Given the fact that the parish bears the name of Our Lady of Lourdes, together as a parish, we've decided to give a space to the Virgin Mary in the parish by building a grotto. Here we have the parish fence, which is currently under construction, which we expect to finish soon. Our sincere gratitude goes to all the parishioners and all our benefactors who have contributed to this work for the advancement of the mission. I say a sincere thank you for the opportunity you have given us to talk about the parish, Our Lady of Lourdes. God bless you.
Finally, we go to Canada, where we meet Father Ben Marie Ubi as he shares his pastoral experiences and the parishes in which he ministers.
Yeah, greetings. I'm Father Benjamin Marie Ubi is my name. I'm an SMA priest. I'm from Nigeria originally, and then I have been an SMA priest for 12 years now. I was ordained in 2010. And so my first mission was in Central African Republic, where I worked for 10 years. I worked with different people, of course, in different ministries. And since 2020, I've been here in Canada and working precisely in the Diocese of Sault Ste. Marie in the province of Ontario. I have 4 parishes under my responsibility. I have the parish of Jean-Baptiste. I have Notre-Dame de la Visitation, La Vigne. I have Notre-Dame de Victoire or Field. And then I have my last parish, which is Sainte Rose de Lima at River Valley. And of course, as you can imagine, I'm working as a priest in these different parishes and having different ministries, caring for the old, the sick and dying. And I have 2 different schools where I go to minister also. They're Catholic schools, primary schools, of course, of children from the maternity kindergarten until grade 8, and these wonderful places. And I also have different groups of choir with whom I work. And I would say the most interesting of this choir is the youth choir, teenagers, about 3 of them, with whom I play the guitar with, and then they come to church on certain Sundays when they are programmed to sing, so which is a wonderful ministry. Now with the challenges we're having in the Western world about faith, about Christianity, about the church, trying to work more with the young ones to make them know Christ more and bring them back to church.
In November, we celebrated the life and work of Father Carlos Domingo, a member of the Italian province, who at present is working in Central Republic of Africa. Father Carlos Domingo celebrated his 30th priestly ordination anniversary on the 13th of November. We wish him a very happy priestly anniversary, and we continue to remember him in our prayers. And now for some general news. Father Antonio Porcilato and Father Francis Rosario are on a visit to the province of the United States. This visit will last from 2nd of November to the 10th of December. Father Francois de Paul, our Vicar General, is on a double mission. First, he is visiting South Africa from the 7th of November to the 21st of November. And second, He's having a work session with our SMA Vocations Director in East Africa at Wanza in Tanzania. And so, that brings us to the end of this edition of our SMA International News for the month of December. We wish all of you a Merry Christmas wherever you may be, and we hope and pray that we'll bring you more news next year.